Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the AK Interactive weathering pencils. I'm going to use my Star Wars Legion B1 battle droids just to demonstrate for you. So the pencils themselves, they are graphite. They could do with sharpening, but for this video I'm just going to show them as they are. I'm going to be using the gunmetal grey, and what we're going to be doing is, here's a V1 battle droid, nothing done to it, we're just going to scratch it and blend sections of it with the pencil. Now I like to do one part at a time, or a couple of parts, so face and the arms. You're just going to want to add wherever you want your chipping, just like so, like random little squiggles. And obviously battle droids, they're not supposed to be clean. They're cheap, mass-produced minis, as in the lore-wise. So as you can see, I've done my markings. I'm going to get a nice paintbrush. You want to wet the paintbrush. You want just a bit of water on that. That's a bit too much water. What you want to do is you want to stroke that over there. Now, the more water, the more translucent it becomes. As you can see, it is fading away. Apologies, I am a tad ill. So we've used a bit less water at the front there than we have there, but we still want a bit more water just to get more of it off. Now, in theory, you could use it as it is. As you can see, that has dried and it's left a faint chipping. Now, this is my first time actually using weathering paint pencils as themselves. Apologies, I mean pencils, not paint pencils, as I do have actual paint markers, which I will show you in another video. So you just want to obviously take a nice chunk of the colour out so it looks translucent and fake, a bit like dry brushing. You're essentially dry brushing with a pencil, but the actual dry brushing is the water. As you can see, let's add some nice chipping. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep going. I'm going to make this one heavily damaged just so you have a nice demonstration. So we're going to do a nice bit there. The legs. Bit there. Bit on the back. I could probably do with sharpening this pencil, to be fair, but for today's video it will do. As you can see, it's just damaging the pencil a little bit, but it's okay. They're cheap. I can order more if need be. So that's it for the grey. We're just going to wash all of that off now, just like so. Put some water on there. Wash away your sins, as they say. There we go, and it makes like a little chipping damage. Just wash all of it off. Make it as translucent as you want. As you can see, there we go. Not forgetting about the bit on the legs. Or the arm there. Inside his chest. You see that's dimmed it a fair bit. What we're going to do is we're going to get the brown, and so brown is more your generalised chipping, so just the edges. Just going to stroke downwards like so, downwards and across, just to get the edge. And just to add more aging to the miniature, just like so. As you can see, we've got on this edge, we're just going to drag the little bits and I'm going to do the same look as you can see on this crease here. Just drag it around. It doesn't need to be neat. I'm going to wash over it anyways. What we're doing is we're just adding more colour to the chipping process. Just like so. Just more colour. As you can see, that's a bit wet. You can use these wet. I've not tried them wet myself, personally, but as you can see, it's a bit like highlighting, essentially. A bit like a highlight dry brush. And there we go. And I didn't want to drop that, but it's okay. Let me get the paintbrush. Just gonna nice bit of water all over. As you can see, especially in the arm now. Oh, look at that, some nice chipping. So I've got one more thing to show you guys before I end this video, is if we get a wet surface like so, we do some squiggles, and then we get our paintbrush, slightly damp, go over that. As you can see, that's added brown, but he adds it in a way where it's like a stain, a bit like a wash. So we'll do another example here. So that's obviously wet, and we're just gonna brush over that gently. And what that's done is that's stained it a bit like a brown wash. I'll show you another example. We'll do a bit on the head, a bit on the chest, and a bit on this leg here. So I've just wet the surface, and what we're going to do is little squiggle, another squiggle, bit more squiggle, bit more squiggle, bit more. And so we've done our squiggles, and we're just going to, with less water, just do that all over a surface, and there you have it. And there you have it, everyone. That is how you use the AK Interactive paint pencils to chip away at your model and add some finishing touches.